Hey budgeties, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new, my name's Mom29, working on me and my husband's financial freedom journey. And if you're returning, hey friend. So in this video, what we're gonna do is go over me and my husband's second paycheck budget for the month of July, as well as my husband's commission check, because he does get 2 paychecks a month and a commission check. Also, if you don't know, your girl is working on her journey to 5,500 subscribers before the end of 2024. So if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And thank you guys for tuning in. Okay, so let's get into it. I'm kind of recording later in the day than I prefer to, because the rain has been beatboxing on my windows all day. And I just hate for them to be beatboxing during my video. And I mean that, like, I'm talking about thunderstorms and lightning coming in strong, real strong. So tell me in the comments below, what's the weather like where you are? What is it raining? Is it funny? Is it happy? Is it sad? I'm also in New Orleans, if you did not know. So yes, let me know in the comments below what it's looking like outside for you. Okay, so if you are new here and you don't know, this is my budget planner. Okay, it's a binder. It is a binder. And I have printables that I make on paperbymo.com, which I keep saying is going to be over soon, but it really is. It definitely costs me $40 a month to keep Shopify open. And I don't even make $40 a month anymore with Paper by Mo products. So yeah, I really got to close that out. But we're going to move along and we're going to get right into July. So this is the payday that we're working on here. That's the 19th. I understand it's the 21st, but nonetheless, and less than none. Also, my husband, he usually gets his commission check sometime in the teens. There's no set date. So yes. All right. We are doing, I want to say a couple things different, but not really. Maybe just one thing different, because I am going to do some cash stuffing today in this video. But it's going to be one thing that's going to be just a little bit different that we're going to take cash out for, because, you know, life is lifing. So first off, let's see what color. I think I did purple. Let me see. Yeah, I did purple for that. Let's see if we could do the black. My problem is I write with black so much. Let's do blue. The problem is I write with black so much that the ink is going out, and I usually get the pens in the packs. If you don't know, I love a good Pilot pen. I like Pilot Precise V5 as well as the Pilot G207. And if you're interested, they're all in my Amazon storefront. But my issue is I get them in packs, but then the blacks go out first, and then it's the blues. And then from there, you know, it's up in the air, because life be life. But I am working with my ring light because, like I said, it's very dark, cloudy, and stormy out here on these streets. Let's just say the date on here is the 15th. We're lying, okay? I hate to tell you, but we're lying. So this is gonna be my husband's commission check. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start off with $0. If you don't know, we do zero-based budgeting, meaning that every dollar has a job. And also with commission checks, I don't usually budget it out. I just say actual, because it's hard to budget it. Like, his commission check can be anywhere between $500 to $1,500. So it's just based on the sales he make. So we're gonna say the actual here starting out is 0, and then we're gonna put COMM for commission. And then what my husband actually brought in was $1,001.84. I think it's very good, but he thought he would get better. You know, he made a lot more sales, and still it's $1,000, and he just was not the happiest. But life be lifing. Okay, so what we're gonna do with this is we're gonna do it in 2 different sections. We're gonna do all of it in debt and savings. So first thing we're gonna do is sinking funds. If you saw my previous video where I gave financial updates, let me see if I can get this together. Okay, where I gave financial updates, what I did was just show you what our goals for the rest of the year. My husband and I are doing Thanksgiving separate. He's gonna go with his family out of state, and I'm gonna have my family come here to New Orleans. So we're having, you know, different goals for that. We don't celebrate Christmas too much but we're gonna give each other something. He also has his fantasy football. Then we have car repairs, blah, 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 blah. Okay, and then the gun fund, and then gun class. I say that to say, when it comes to his commission checks, he's going to put some money towards his sinking fund, just because I told him I'm good for now. And we're gonna give that $200, and then the total here is gonna be $200. So let's do a little bit of math, okay? So we have $1,001.84. Nope, $1,001.84, and we're gonna minus 200. That's 801.84. 1.84. Now we're gonna bring it from savings to debt. That is just not the cutest of them. But also another thing, in that previous video talking about financial updates, I also said, you know, my husband and I had some credit card debt. We paid off my husband's, we're working on mine. So with the credit card debt, we had my Amex card that had $363.55, and that's what we're putting here. 363.55. Ooh, I write too big. And then we also have our student loans. So what we do is just split the student loan amount. So this is his and mine. This is gonna be $438.29. I hope this actually adds up, because this is what we had. So 801.84. Let's subtract 363.55. I don't know why I put on an accent. And then 438.29. Come on now, what a word. Okay, so the total here is actually going to be 801.84, and then the actual remaining is $0. That's zero-based budgeting. Hello, thank you. So that is my husband's commission check. And then now we're going to move on to our actual second paycheck budget. I want to give the date we were supposed to get paid, which was the 19th, okay? Okay. So the date here, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Yeah, okay. Please don't judge me. Okay, paycheck number 2, and then we're gonna say starting off, again, we do zero-based budgeting, so we're gonna say we're starting off with $0. We're still gonna put this one in budget, because although it's a little late, we need to see where our money actually goes to say, hey, what we actually did. Okay. Okay, so first we're gonna do my income, and we're gonna say Mo full-time. My full-time is pretty standard because I am on salary, so that is $2,396.01. I wanna make sure I can see this. If you don't know, I do write sideways. I hate to tell you, I just don't know what you want me to say. And then we're just gonna do my husband's income of $1,600. It is a little bit more, but this is what we budgeted prior to. When we do the actual closeout, you'll see actually how much it actually was. Oh my God, if I say actually again, listen, everybody take a shot for every time I say actually. Okay, $2,396.01 plus $1,600. That is $3,996.01. Love that for me. I say me, we, us. 3996.01. Okay, if you don't know, we do like to split our rent into both paychecks, just so we can have money set aside. Because if we were to do it the first one, it wouldn't take up our whole first checks, but it would be like 90%, and nobody got time for that. I mean, but everybody who does it, shout out to you. Shout out to you. Okay, so we have $3,996.01, and we're gonna subtract 804. So that is $3,192.01. $3,192.01. Then we're gonna go ahead and move it on to variables. So if you don't know what variable expenses are, these are the expenses that actually change. Sometimes they are higher and sometimes are less. We're trying to be consistent here. We have food. My husband has gas for his car. I have gas for my car. And then my husband has fun money, and then I have fun money. I actually still have fun money left over from the last paycheck, but I'm just gonna hold on to it. I'm just gonna be honest. So budgeting out here, $200 for food. Let's hope we can stay in the budget for that. What's actually gonna change here is that we actually took out cash for that. So we'll see what what it hit like. Okay, so gas for my husband is 40, gas for me is 40, and then fun money is 50 a person. And again, fun money can be date nights, it can be my husband's haircut, it can be, I mean, food. It's up to your own discretion. Okay. So let's see. That's it's $380. So let's put total down here of 380. Okay, can you guys see that? You can. And then we're gonna subtract 380. So now we have a remaining balance of $2,812.01. Okay, so we're gonna take this from fixed expenses to variable expenses to our savings. If you don't know, I love to do debt last. That's usually the goal here. Ooh, these arrows are not giving what they needed to have gave. Okay. So when it comes to savings, we do know we have goals when it comes to our sinking funds. So we're gonna give a little bit more to our sinking funds, but we're also doing our regular schmegular IRA. If you don't know, my husband and I are trying to reach our $7,000 goal for IRA. So we got $291 for me, and then we have $291 from my husband, and then we have my fund, and then we have his fund, which is sinking fund, not fun money. Okay, so we're gonna do $215 for each person, just because the end of the year is near, and we have been playing on the sinking funds. We haven't really been putting money towards the sinking funds the way we should, so we got to. So that's $2,812.01. I just want to make sure I reiterate that because I know I can forget numbers. So we're gonna say 291 times 2. That's $582, and then we're gonna add 215 plus 215. Wow, $1,012. Okay, $1,012. We're gonna take that $1,012 and we're gonna subtract the $2,812.01. I don't know why I did it so slow. Why did you do it so slow? Okay, so what's remaining is $1,800.01. Okay, so now we're moving on to debt. You're gonna think, okay, yes, we're gonna put $1,800 towards student loans. We're not, because again, if you see in the previous video, I highly recommend you go watch it. But credit card debt, I know, we're working on it. We are work in progress. Okay, so we have student loans, and then we have credit card. So for credit card, what we're gonna give is $300 even. And then for student loans, what we're gonna give is $1,500. So that's gonna equal out our $1,800. Our remaining is gonna be 0.01 cent. Usually my husband does bring in more than $1,600 for his paycheck, but I just like to put that to just worst case scenario. It could be 15.10. It can be not 15. It can be 16.10, or it can be 16.90 something for all we know. But what I do know is it'll range. So let's go ahead and get a little highlight for our cash, because why not? So what we're doing in cash is gonna be food. Okay, if you've seen the previous months, we have gone over our food since May, June, and last paycheck we was over. So May, June, and July, there's been 3 months where we're going over. Listen, something gotta change. I hate to do cash when it comes to food, but the truth of the matter is that we need it. Like, because if you don't have the cash anymore, then you don't spend anymore. It is so easy to swipe a freaking card, and I genuinely hate cash with food. Why? Because I like to do like the self-checkout lines. 9 times out of 10, like Aldi, their self-checkout lines, you can't use cash. Same things with Sam's Club. You have to go to the actual people. So it makes it harder, but if it makes it easier on our budget, then we gotta do what we gotta do, okay? We got to do what we has to do. So let me pull out this cash so we can see what the cash is gonna be. Okay, so it's very simple. I do not go to the bank. Shout out to an ATM. Oh, I love a good ATM. Okay, I especially love an ATM that allows you to click or check and choose your denominations, because banks are a hot mess sometimes. So we have 200, and this is how they give me the money: 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. So what we're gonna do is these 200 is gonna be for food. I'm gonna put it in my wallet, and then we're gonna have 2, 4, 6, 8, 100. My husband and I will split this. I do need to break this 20, one of the 20s, and give 2 10s so he can have 50 and then I can have 50. But we're gonna figure it out, y'all. So it's really not that big of cash budgeting. It's just enough so we can not oversplurge our money. Yeah, let's see. So that's all we have for our commission check and our second paycheck budget. The end of the month is near, okay? We will be in August very soon. So I am gonna go over our student loan payment process, and hopefully we won't be having this credit card chit chat again, because Amex is $363, but this credit card is actually Capital One. I probably should have put Capital One instead of CC for credit card, but you know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. But yes, I do need to not close out, just maybe close out. What, I guess just show the progress for July and student loans. Cause I'm like, close out? Do we close out student loans? I wish we did close out student loans, because if we close out student loans, we would be done. But yes, this is the commission check as well as the second paycheck budget. I will say this. I'm gonna do another transactions, but I realize I do have a hard time keeping up with transactions when it's cash, unless I keep up with the actual receipt. And I'm not gonna lie, it's not because it's just impossible, but it's just a lot of work, and sometimes I just don't want to do all that work. I just gotta be honest with you guys. I just gotta be freaking honest. Okay, so if I go over the food, I'm just gonna look at it. So see, as you can see here, the food budget was $200. We spent $237.58. So obviously we were over. Was it terribly over? No, but over is a over is a over. Look at this therapy real quick, real fast. This is so random, but so therapy, couples therapies cost us $243. If you saw my closeout budget, we won't be going back until about October. But we got an email saying that we had been overcharged about $40 a visit, and 40 times 6, I think it's 40.50. So like $40 and then 50 cents, and then you times that by 6, that's $243. That's exactly the amount that we paid. So instead of giving us our money back, what they're gonna do is like, oh, we'll just have a credit for the next time you come. I don't know how I like that, because like that just make my arm itch a little too much, and I'm not a fan. But nonetheless, okay, when it comes to food, we're definitely over. So the goal is to not be over too much. If we can really successfully get this $200 with this next food budget, we would only be over $37, and chef's kiss, love that for us. We're definitely doing a whole lot when it comes to sinking funds, because if you see here, look, 200 for him there, and then 200 and then 200. So that's $600 already. 2, 4, 6. Why am I bringing this up? Because I don't think we're doing as good, or I don't think we're gonna do our $3,000 extra when our student loans. I'm just looking and seeing, because the numbers is not giving, because that's 257, and then that's 438, and then that's 1,500. So let's see. Right now, if we were just to look at the numbers, 257, and then we have plus 438, 8 plus 15. So that's only $2,195 extra. We're actually cutting it quite a bit from our actual goal of $3,000. But I'm not too worried, because August does have it's a 3 paycheck month for us, meaning that we get 3 paychecks for the month of August. We do get paid bi-weekly, so I think we get paid the 1st of August, and that's why. But we are putting a little bit more money towards our sinking funds and savings, because holidays are coming up. I'm talking about traveling for Thanksgiving, Christmas gifts. We also have a honeymoon we still are taking at the end of the year. So I don't know. I think it's like a healthy balance between trying to save money and putting money towards debt, but the struggle is real. I feel like the months we do really good with sinking funds, we do with our actual student loans. But we will see I will go over the sinking funds in student loans in another video, and then we'll actually see what our progress or lack of progress is going to do to our date of when we can pay everything down. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video with the commission check budget as well as the second paycheck budget, and this little mini teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini. cash stuffing because we're just trying to stay in budget. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in another video. Bye.